how to find out the point group of any given molecule. Okay, so remember, to find out the point group of any given molecule, you have to see what is the shape of the molecule first. Shape means whether it is linear or non-linear. That's it. I think this segregation will be not difficult for you. Just you have to find out whether your given molecule is linear or non-linear. If suppose your molecule is linear, then the next point you need to focus is inversion center. I is present or not, and if it is present, then blindly you can say that the point group of the given molecule will be D infinite H. Suppose in any case, if I is not present, then the point group will be C infinite V. The best example for D infinite H is CO2 molecule. Now here the inversion center is passed through carbon. It's a linear, then it is having inversion center. Then it simply means that the point group will be D infinite H. What about C infinite V? The best example is HCN. No center of inversion, right? And here the point group will be C infinite V. Okay, so if in exam someone has asked related to a question related to point group, then in that case first job is to segregate the molecule whether it is linear or non-linear. If it is linear and it is having a center of inversion, then it will have D infinite H point group, and if it is not, then it will have C infinite V. The best example is carbon dioxide, where center of inversion used to be passed through from the middle of the molecule, that is of carbon center. And in case of C infinite V, the example is HCl, where no center of inversion is present, but the molecule is linear, right? In general, the homonuclear molecule, for example, H2, N2, and F2, in that case, the point group is D infinite H. First of all, they are linear. Actually, if you are having only two atoms in a molecule, then the geometry will be, their shape will be always linear. Okay, and if they are homo nature, homo means they are having a same type of atom, then the point group will be D infinite H. Whereas if two atoms are associated but they are of different nature, heterofigures, then the point group will be C infinite V, and the examples are CO, NO, HCl, N2. Okay, it's important, right? And it's easy as well. The only thing is that you should know the logic behind it. That's it. Okay, let us move ahead. Now, suppose if the molecule is non-linear. If the molecule is non-linear, then in that case, you have to see whether it is having C2 axis, C3, C4, and so on. And if C2 axis is perpendicular to the rest of the axis of rotation, right, then the probability of the point group will be DNH, DND, and DN. Okay, but suppose C2 is not perpendicular, or the C2 is not perpendicular to rest of the axis of rotation. In that case, the 4 point group probabilities are CNH, CNV, CN, and S21. Okay, let us move one by one. So first I am taking the DNH, DND, and DN. So the basic features related to this point group is the presence of C2 axis perpendicular to the axis of rotation, rest of the axis of rotation which are present over there. Then in that case, the probability of the point group is DNH, DND, and DN. And now if sigma H is present, then the point group will be DNH. If no sigma H, then the probability of the point group will be DND and DN. And if sigma D is present, then the point group will be DN. And if no sigma D is present, then in that case, the point group will be DN. Okay. So the left hand side, if you will see, it all belongs to DN point group. Okay. This one I'm talking about, this one. Let us move towards the right hand side. In the right hand side, it is mentioned that if C2 is not perpendicular to the axis of rotation, then these four probabilities are there. One is CNH, CNV, CN and S2N. These 4 point groups can be possible. Now the next is sigma H, same as in case of D. If sigma H is present, then the point group will be CNH. If no sigma H, then remaining 3 are having a probability to be present in the given molecule. That is CNV, CN and S2N. Now sigma V, then CNV. If no sigma V, then the point group will be CN-S2N. Okay, and if S2N is present, then of course the point group will be S2N, otherwise the point group will be CN. Right? I will summarize both the part and I will tell you in what way you can categorize. First thing is that in any questions related to the point group, you need to segregate the molecule with respect to the linear and non-linear nature. If your molecule is linear, right, then the possibility of the point group is D infinite H or C infinite V. And suppose if the molecule is having a center of inversion, then the point group will be D infinite H. Whereas if the molecule is not having any center of inversion present, in that case the point group will be C infinite V. The best example is HCl, HCN, CO, NO. Okay. In case of non-linear, what you need to find out? You need to find out that whether C2 is perpendicular to the axis of rotation or not. If it is perpendicular, then only 3 possibilities are there. One, DNH, then DND, then DN. Then what you will see sigma H. If sigma H present, means DNH hoga. And if sigma D is present, then in that case, what is the possibility? DND, otherwise DN. Same sigma H and sigma D is going to be applied in the right hand side, where you need to see that CNH, CNV, CN-S2N. So if sigma H is present, then the point group will be CNH. And if it is not present, then remaining 3 are CNV, CN and S2N. Now what you need to see? You need to see sigma V. In that case, the point group will be CNV. And what rest of remaining CN and S2N. Now you have to see whether it is having improper axis of rotation or not. If it is so, then the point group will be S2N. Otherwise, the point group will be CN. So this way you can categorize the point group of the given molecule. Okay. I have taken one basic example of water, right? Now see here, in this case, water, the basic example I'm taking, right? The red line, if you will see the red line, in the red line, it is a principal axis. And along this axis, you are trying to rotate the molecule. So the axis is C2. Clear hai? Whether the molecule is linear or non-linear, it is non-linear. Right? So the probability of D infinite H and C infinite V has removed. Okay, now what is the thing? Third thing is that you need to find out whether the C2 is perpendicular to the rest of axis of rotation or not. Okay, first of all, only one axis is present, that is C2. So that probability has removed. So now which are the point groups are going to be present in a given molecule? It can be CNH, it can be CNV, it can be CN, it can be S2N. You see, I have mentioned here. Now, see, the next thing is sigma V, this vertical line. You see that, that plane passing through the oxygen, right? It is bifurcating the molecule. So sigma V is present. It simply means that it has been ruled out the probability of CNH because sigma H is not present. So what is next? Next is CNV. Here sigma V is present. And what is the value of N? Only one axis of rotation, that is C2. So the point group will be C2V. So in this given molecule, the point group will be C2V. Okay. In the next case, if you will see, I have taken an example of ethylene. Take this example, ethylene. Now in this case, if you will see, there are the 2 types of C2. One is passing through along the double bond. You see this. Okay, I will take the laser now. Yeah, this is the first point. You see this C2 which is passing through along the double bond. Clear? Now another C2 is also present which is perpendicular to the single bond, you can say. One, it is taking along the bond and another is perpendicular. Now see, if you will see in that case, sorry, I think it has been shifted. Here if you will see now C2, two C2s are there. So one C2 is perpendicular to the another C2. You see that, the intersect point, right? This one. So what are the probabilities now? The only three probabilities of the point group, that is D infinite, DNH, DND and DN. So what next thing you are going to look in the molecule, it is sigma H, whether sigma H is present or not. Here, if you will see this sigma H, I have drawn it with the help of this red plane, right? That is containing the C2 which is perpendicular to the plane, right? So basically these two are going to be ruled out, DND and DN. So what will be the point group? DNH is possible. And since here the axis of rotation is C2, so the point group will be D2H. Okay, let us take some more example, BF3. And it's very important because so many symmetry elements are present in this small molecule, right? Now see here, one is a C2 and another is C3. There are the two axes of rotations are present. If you will rotate the molecule along this BF bond, you see this BF bond, it is C2. So if you will rotate, what would be happen? This F is going to come here and this F is going to be sit over here. So basically C2 is present. Now if you will rotate the molecule through this axis, this one, right? What would be happen? It will be of C3 nature, right? And in case of C3, if you will see the orientation of C3 and C2, both are perpendicular to each other. You see that C3 is perpendicular to C2. So what are the probability of the point group? Only three: DNH, DND and DN. Now to rule out the rest of the formalities, to rest of the point group, what you need to think about it, whether sigma H is present or not. I'm not talking about the rest of the point group, rest of the symmetry element. Only you need to find out the axis of rotation, and then you need to find out whether the given molecule is having sigma H or not. Then sigma D is present or not. Then you will be able to categorize the molecule which point group can be present in a given molecule. So here if you will see, first C2 is present, then C3 is present. And what is their projection? It is of 90 degree. So what are the probability of the point group? Either it can be DNH or it can be DND or it can be DN. Now to find out what is the next condition, the next condition is whether the molecule is having sigma H or not, right? You see this red one, I have drawn it. So sigma H is present, which contains the axis, or you can say which contains the whole molecule, right? So basically the point group will be DNH. And since here C3 is present, so maximum value of N is going to take in here. That's why here it is D3H. Principal axis आपको पता ही होगा. Which one will be the principal axis? Which one will be the principal axis? Maximum if the maximum value of N is going to be considered as principal axis in any given molecule. And here only two axes of rotation, C2 and C3 is present. So which one you are going to consider? C3. Okay. So that's why the point group is D3H. Let us move some complicated cases also. This is the case of H3BO3. Right? Now, whether C2 is present, see C2 cannot be present. Whether C2 is present or not, you tell me. Are any probability to be present C2?
No, sir.
Not, it cannot be. If you will see the orientation of H, देखिए तीनों H अलग ही घूम रहे, बराबर? So C2 cannot be present. What are the other axis of rotation is present? C3 can be, right? So if there is a no C2, first of all, it is not linear. First of all, it is not linear. So the probability of D infinite and then C infinite V has already been excluded. Now what are the remaining probabilities? Either it can belongs to the D family or it can be belongs to C family. Now for D, you need to have C2 perpendicular to the principal axis. But first of all, there is a no C2. So that DN has also been removed out. Now what are the prominent point group can be present? It can be either CNH, it can be CNV, it can be S2N, or it can be CN. Now see here. In this case, C3 is present. Next is we have to think whether sigma H is present or not. Then only we will move towards the sigma V. So sigma H is present. You see the same like BF3, whole molecule containing the plane, right? This red one, if you will see. So sigma H is present. So it simply means the point group will be C3H. Now see, I have not even asked you to find out the number of symmetry element present in a given molecule, but you are able to respond the answer precisely that which point group can be present. Only with the symmetry element axis of rotation and plane. If you have information about these two, you can categorize any given of molecule. Okay. Next, the benzene. Now see, in case of benzene, it's a complicated molecule. So many symmetry elements are present in benzene. It is C2, C6. I don't bother about the rest of the axis of rotation as well, because first of all it is non-linear. So पहले वाला scheme तो हट गया. Now what we need to think about, we have to consider only the second feature. And what is the second feature? We have to think whether C2 is perpendicular to the rest of the axis of rotation or not. Here the principal axis is 6. So what we need to see, we have to find out whether the C2 and C6 orientation is 90 or not. Now you see the cross section point, exactly 90. C2 and C3 exactly 90. So what are the point group can be present in this molecule? Either it can be CNH, or it can be CNV, or it can be CN, or it can be SN. These are the 4 probabilities. Now in this direction, what is the next approach? You need to find out whether the given molecule is having sigma H or not. Now see, again sigma H is present. Ye dekhiye, red one. So what can be the point group? C6H. Sorry, isme C2 is perpendicular to C6. So what are the probability? DNH, DND, and DN. And then you will get D6H. Please pardon me for this. Anyway, now see, in this case, if you will find out the symmetry element, so many symmetry elements are present in case of C6, in benzene actually. But here, if you will see, we are only considering 3 symmetry elements. One, C2, and second, principal axis. Then their orientation, whether it is 90 or not. And then the next, whether it is having sigma H, sigma V, or sigma D. And based on these 3 symmetry elements, you are able to find out the point group of any given molecule. Right? This is the beauty of this chart. Now, important is ferrocene. See, ferrocene is having 2 different type of orientation.
Sir, if we mark C2 around diagonally, then it would not be perpendicular to C6 in benzene. Then at that time, our point group.
If you will see in benzene, there are the 2, or even if I'm not wrong, 3 type of C2s. Okay.
Yeah, if we mark diagonal.
I agree. She is telling that if you will try to take the C2 like this way, right? In that case, the orientation is not 90. I completely agree. I completely agree with you. But what criteria you need to find out that whether any C2 is having a 90-degree orientation or not. If it is not 90, suppose you are taking this C2, right? But then in that case, you have to find out every C2, what other C2 are also possible in the molecule. Then this one is possible. If you will see, this one is possible. And if you will see, this one is possible. Agreed or not? अगर आप देखिए, आप इस point को इस point से जोड़िए, 1 C2. Agreed? If you are going to add this point to this point, another C2. And if you are going to add this C2, so how many type of C2s are present? 3 C2s, right? I agree that it cannot be visualized if you are going to add up the diagonal C2. But I don't bother about it. Why to bother about that which is not going to decide the point group? In our case, the main concern is whether any C2 is present which is having the orientation of 90 with respect to the principal axis or not. So luckily I got it from here. So why we do find out which what about the fate of rest of them? Don't bother about it, because that is not going to come as a deciding factor. Okay, I completely agree. But if you will see here, in this case, C3 is also present, but I don't find out the C3. because right now what we are finding out the point group. Clear है बेटा?
Okay sir, that means we are dominating कि perpendicular ही होना चाहिए.
हाँ, क्योंकि आपको पता है, आप देखिए अगर परपेंडिकुलर है तभी अपना क्राइटेरिया शुरू होता है. द फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज linear or non-linear. If it is non-linear, then the first point is C2 is perpendicular to the axis of rotation. Rest of the axis of rotation are principal axis or not. अगर नहीं है तो आपके पास कई सारे ऑप्शंस आ जाते हैं लेफ्ट हैंड वाले, CNH, CNV, SN एंड CN. और अगर है, then in that case what features you do have in your hand? That is DNH, DNV and DND. तो हमें केवल ये देखना है कोई भी C2 होने दो, let it be, because if you will go ahead with the octahedral cases, na, in that case 3 C2s are there. Just imagine. Now in that case what you need to find out, that which C2 is perpendicular, and luckily suppose you are able to visualize a C2 which is perpendicular. आपका जॉब हो गया, आपका काम हो गया, आपको तो पॉइंट ग्रुप बताना है ना. ऐसा तो प्रियोरिटी याद रखिएगा कि हमें केवल वो C2 फाइंड आउट करना है जो परपेंडिकुलर है या नहीं है. दैट्स इट. क्लियर है?
Okay.
चलिए अब देखिए another popular example at ferrocene. I would say not now, but in 2011 to 2014, every year I have seen some questions related to ferrocene, either point group or some reactions or some geometry set of numericals. Means it's so very important. Huh? So you might be knowing the ferrocene is existing in two forms. One is called staggered and another is going to be called as eclipsed. And the beauty is that the staggered and eclipsed both are having a different point group. That is another prominent features which is associated with ferrocene. And depending upon this point group, I will tell you so many other properties are also going to be changed. Anyway, that part we will not cover it right now. First, we will focus on the ferrocene. And in the ferrocene, I'm taking an example of staggered configurations. Staggered, I hope you will be able to distinguish what is staggered and eclipsed. Eclipsed तो जानते हैं ना, एक रिंग दूसरी रिंग को एकदम कवर करते, that is eclipsed. If you will see here, this notch, this first one, and here the notch is coming in opposite direction, that's why it is staggered. This way you can find out. Now, in this case, the point group is D5D. In this case, the point group is D5D. So here C2 is present and C5 is present, and their orientation is perpendicular, but no sigma H is present. But sigma D is, that's why it is D5D, right? But I would insist you to find out all the symmetry element related to the staggered ferrocene, and similarly you need to work out on the eclipse configuration as well. I have shown here the point group is D5D, but it's a homework for you to find out the symmetry elements which are present in staggered and the point group of eclipsed along with the symmetry element. And if you are well familiar with the mole files, J mole files we used to say, then you need to try to make it some model, online model, 3D model, so that you can have a visualization that which point group can be. Okay, here I have written find out the symmetry element and depict their representations. It's a homework, do it. I will ask in the next lecture for sure. Okay, so this actually this question has asked in GATE, that's why I have taken here. It's a CU EN twice 2 plus, right? First of all, in any coordination compound, you need to find out what is the geometry of the molecule. If you will see, it seems like a square planar. You see that it's a square planar, right? And here, if you will see two type of C2, similar like C2H4, you see one is passing this way, right? And another is passing only through Cu. And in both the C2s, in both the C2s, the angle, this blue arrow you see, the angle is 90. So here C2 is perpendicular to the C2. So what are the probabilities? DNH, DND and DN. Now, what we need to see, you need to see whether sigma H is present or not. No sigma H is present. right? Then DNH cannot be. So what are the probability now? Now it is DND and DN. Now you need to find out whether sigma D is present or not. Since there is a no sigma D always remember used to be passed from the intercept of 2C2 axis. अगर आपको sigma D नहीं समझता है तो आप ऐसे समझिएगा, in any given molecule if 2C2 are passing through the 90 orientations, so sigma D will be passed through middle of that, or you can say at the 45 degree, that plane, and your molecule is going to be symmetrical, then it will have sigma D. So in this case there is a no sigma D, so the point group is D2. This is very important. Even now you see CSIR. In GATE they have asked the questions from CuEn whole twice. In CSIR they have asked CuEn whole thrice. Now see, now it is octahedral actually. Now it is octahedral. So what is the first approach? We used to say octahedral geometry hai, so point group will be octahedral. Now see, there is a no octahedral point group here. See that here C3 is present. देखिए 1 C2 ये जा रहा है. This one is the C2. Okay, this one is the C2 and this one is the C2. This violet line you see, and this arrow, if you will see, I have drawn it. It is a C3, means if you will try to pass the C3 axis through CO, means if you are passing your axis through cobalt and you will try to rotate the molecule with C3, then you will come to know the C3 is present, right? And of course C3 is having a perpendicular nature with respect to C2. So what are the point group can be possible? DNH, DND and DN. Now next job is sigma H. Always remember, in such type of molecules sigma H cannot be present. So what are the other probabilities? It can be DND and DN. It can be DND and DN, right? Now sigma D is present or not? I told you sigma D can be, imagine a plane which pass through the intercept of the C2, and then you think whether the molecule is symmetrical or not. So any C2, you see that this C2 I'm taking, this one C2, another C2. Now it should supposed to pass through this, means middle of that. And if you will compare, it is not bifurcating the molecule symmetrical. So basically no sigma D. So what are the probability of the point group? It can be DN, and since here the principal axis is C3, so the point group will be D3. क्लियर है? आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now I think 2 or 3 questions I have taken. This allene is very important actually, right? Again, see, I am not trying to explain all the symmetry elements which are present in allene, because in that case you have to fix this molecule in a cube, and then you have to see from a few of the symmetry element from one phase and few of the symmetry from another phase. My main motto is to find out the point group, right? And I told you, to find out the point group you don't need to calculate all the symmetry element present. Only few of the symmetry element, if you are aware, then you will be able to categorize a point group. Now in case of allene, you see 1C2, ये देखिए along the axis, right? एक और C2 हो सकता है इसमें. कैसे जाएगा? वो यहां से जाएगा, इस वाले से. So 2 C2 which are perpendicular. So what are the point groups? DNH, DND and DN. Sigma H है क्या? नहीं, sigma H नहीं है. अब दूसरा क्या देखते हैं हम? We see sigma D है क्या? Now see, sigma D can be, because once this C2 is passing through this way, right? Another C2 is passing this way. Now the intercept से plane pass करिए, that will be sigma D. And what you need to see? You need to see whether it bifurcate the molecule symmetrical or not. If it is bifurcating the molecule symmetrical in nature, it means sigma D is present. अगर आप sigma D यहाँ से set करते हुए जाएंगे ना, इस कार्बन से, a plane which is passing through this particular carbon, it's a complete symmetrical. So basically sigma D is present. That's why the point group is DND, or you can say D2D. ठीक है? अब देखिए,
sir,
बोलिए.
Sir, sigma D and sigma V are both are same only ना? If because sir दोनों में हम लोग टेम पास कर रहे हैं तो फिर इक्विवेलेंट ही वो डिवाइड होगा, इक्विवेलेंट कॉन्फ़िगरेशन मिलेगा ना हमें.
एक चीज याद रखिएगा, मैं सिग्मा डी तभी बोल रहा हूँ जब आपके पास C2 एक्सिस दो है, दो मतलब two different type of C2 axes are present, then I am telling you the probability of sigma D will be higher. सिग्मा भी होगा, दैट इज अनदर स्टोरी, बट सिग्मा डी होने के लिए एक बेसिक कंडीशन है जो मैंने कंक्लूड की कि टू टाइप ऑफ C2s आर देयर एंड इन दैट केस बोथ C2 शुड हैव अ 90 डिग्री ओरिएंटेशन एंड देन टू जस्ट थिंक वेदर सिग्मा डी इज प्रेजेंट, तब भी आपको देखना है कि सिग्मा डी है या नहीं है। तो वो कैसे होगा, जहां पर दोनों C2 एक दूसरे को काट रहे हैं ना, उस प्लेन के डायगोनली एक प्लेन पास करिए और फिर इमेजिन करिए दोनों मॉलिक्यूल डिवाइड हो रहे हैं कि नहीं। जस्ट टू मेक इट सिंप्लीफाई, आई एम टेलिंग यू इन व्हाट वे यू शुड विजुअलाइज द सिग्मा डी, बिकॉज सिग्मा डी इज डिफिकल्ट। सिग्मा एच समझ में आता है, सिग्मा वी भी समझ में आता है, बट सिग्मा डी नहीं समझ में आता। तो सिग्मा डी के केस में 90% केसेस आई एम टेलिंग यू, you should have two different type of C2 and both the C2 should have a 90 degree orientation to each other. Then in that case, to visualize the sigma D, whether it is present or not, what you need to do, you need to pass a plane which bifurcate, or at a 45 degree of the C2 degree, you pass one plane and see whether the molecule has been bifurcated or not. If it is, then sigma D present. If it is not, then no sigma D. तब sigma V से काम चलाइए आप, समझे आप? मैं ये कह रहा हूँ बेटा, सिग्मा एच, सिग्मा वी, सिग्मा डी, थ्री आर डिफरेंट थिंग। हाँ, सिग्मा डी के मैं यही बोलूंगा आपको कराया ही नहीं जाता सिग्मा डी, बिकॉज उसको विजुलाइज करना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है। बट आई एम गिविंग यू वन शॉर्ट ऑफ शॉर्ट हैंड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट इफ यू आर एबल टू गेट two C2s, two different type of C2, I'm telling you. Remember, I will means I don't have a time, otherwise I will discuss that what does it mean two different type of C2. आपने देखा होगा ग्रुप थ्योरी में कैसे लिखते हैं 2C3 और कहीं कहीं केवल लिखते हैं C3 एंड देन C3 प्राइम। क्या अंतर है दोनों में, क्या अंतर है? जैसे अभी H2O में ही बात करिए तो आप पॉइंट ग्रुप में सिमेट्री एलिमेंट कैसे लिखते हैं, E, C2 देन सिग्मा वी प्राइम एंड सिग्मा वी डबल प्राइम, ऐसे लिखते हैं। भाई सिग्मा वी ही तो है, तो आप उनको अलग क्यों लिखते हैं? आप 2 सिग्मा वी क्यों नहीं लिखते? वहीं पे अमोनिया के केस में आप क्या लिखते हैं, E 2C3 and 3 sigma V. Why don't you write sigma V prime, sigma V double prime and sigma V triple prime? ये आपने कभी सोचा भी नहीं होगा, मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, इसको ऐसे भी सोचेगा। Anyway, खैर, I hope I have made it clear to you that how do you visualize sigma D? Sigma D के लिए दिमाग में बैठा लीजिए, there should be a two different type of C2s and they should be oriented 90 to each other. अगर ये कंडीशन आपको दिख जाए तो आप सिग्मा डी जरूर ढूंढिएगा कि मॉलिक्यूल में है कि नहीं है। अच्छा, ये होने का ये भी मतलब मत निकालिएगा कि सिग्मा डी होगा ही होगा, नो। First of all, two C2s are there and their orientation should be 90, and then you need to find out whether sigma D is present or not. Then in what way you can find out? You put the plane which bifurcate the Cartesian which has been framed by two C2s, or you can say which pass through the middle of those C2, and now you see whether the molecule is bifurcated or not, right? So here it is there. अब देखिए आपको और आसानी से कर दें, देखिए एलीन का ही ना ये नीचे स्ट्रक्चर मैंने बनाया, देख रहे हैं आप? जो आप कह रही थी बेटा वो देखिए। अब देखिए यहाँ पे ये C2 है रेड वाला, देखिए यहाँ पे मेरा ये जा रहा है कर्सर, एक C2 जा रहा है, एग्रीड, एंड दिस वन इज सेकंड C2। अगर मैं आपसे बोलूं दोनों C2 के बीच में कितना एंगल है, व्हाट विल बी द आंसर? 90 डिग्री, एग्रीड और नॉट? नाउ सी, आई टोल्ड यू whenever two different type of C2 and they have a 90 degree orientation, next job is find out whether the molecule is having sigma D or not. And how do you get it? You need to pass through the plane which pass through these two intercepts. देखिए मैंने ग्रीन कलर से सिग्मा डी को प्लॉट किया है, ये देखिए। अब देखिए इस सिग्मा डी से आप इमेजिन करिए आपका मॉलिक्यूल सेम बाइफरकेट हो रहा है कि नहीं, मींस वेदर इट इज परफेक्टली सिमेट्रिकल और नॉट। इफ यू विल पास दिस एक्सिस, यू सी ये जो हाफ है सिमिलर हाफ है, इट मींस सिग्मा डी इज प्रेजेंट। Are you getting my point? Now any directions, means one way I have shown you. Even you can take it this also. This is one C2 and this one is the second C2, right? 2C2 90 means possibility of sigma D. Sigma D where it is going to pass through, always remember it will pass through with the point where 2C2 are going to join. कहाँ पे मिल रहा है? यहाँ पे आपने sigma D plane pass करके देखा, you have planned the sigma D. Now see that. अब इसके बाद अब इमेजिन करिए आपका मॉलिक्यूल डिवाइड हो रहा है कि नहीं। देखिए दिस सिग्मा डी कंटेन्स दिस हाइड्रोजन एंड दिस हाइड्रोजन, राइट। तो बच्चा क्या, यहां तो कार्बन बैठे ही आपका, बाकी बचे 2 कार्बन। आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? दोनों से पास हो रहा
Yes, sir.
है। तो अब यहां पर देखिए 2 तरीके के सिग्मा डी आपको दिखा है, एक ये, एक ये, समझ गए आप? तो सिग्मा डी की प्रोबेबिलिटी तभी आएगी जब C2 है और 2 C2 है और दोनों ही C2 के ओरिएंटेशन क्या है, 90 डिग्री। और सिग्मा डी जाएगा कहां से, जहां पर वो एक दूसरे को क्रॉस कर रहे हैं उनके मिडिल से जाएगा। मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूं, 90 डिग्री C2 का होना डजंट मीन सिग्मा डी भी होगा। यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट। ओके, मैं